These two little lessons are quite short, so I've bundled them together just to make it worth listening to, really. If your offer requires you to become a different version of yourself you can't sustain, it's not a dream offer. It's a slow motion self-betrayal with a checkout link. Let's talk about offers and why so many women build offers that look good on Instagram but feel like hell in real life. The energetic costs that nobody talks about. Because every offer has an energetic price tag. Not just time, emotional labor too. Ask yourself, how much emotional holding does this require? How much being on? How much boundary enforcement am I going to have to do? How much recovery time do I need after delivering this? Some offers look scalable, but are actually emotionally brutal. If you feel guilty charging, it's often not about the number. Pricing guilt is a symptom of a deeper story. It's about being taught to be nice. Being taught money is selfish. Being taught that your value equals how much you give. But affordable shouldn't mean I destroy myself so you can access me. You can be compassionate and sustainable. Build offers around support and structure. Try this 3-part reset. 1. What's your support level? High touch, medium, low touch. What is sustainable for you? 2. Delivery method. Live calls are draining you? Use office hours. Try audio lessons. Templates. 3. Boundaries baked in. Set your response windows up front. Give a clear scope and firm containers for your clients. Your offer should support the client, but also protect you. Finish this sentence. An offer that supports me would feel like, then be brave enough to believe in yourself. Now, the 10K cult and the deprogramming you didn't know you needed. We're pulling the mask off the whole thing. You didn't fall for it because you were stupid. You fell for it because it was marketed to you like hope, and you were fucking tired. Let's talk about the 10K cult. The champagne reels, the I made 30 grand in 30 minutes posts. That luxury branding that implies if you're not scaling fast, you're failing. The worst part, it hijacked women's desire for freedom and turned it into a performance sport. The cult rules. They're unspoken, obviously, but urgency is virtue. Rest is a weakness. Small, that's shameful. Your worth is tied to your revenue. Your struggles should be rebranded. Content gold, love. Why does it work? Because it offers certainty, a formula. It gives a promise. If you do this, you'll be safe. But it's all a lie dressed up as empowerment. Here's what it does to women. It puts you in a shame loop. If you're not hitting numbers, you assume you're broken. If you're tired, you assume you're not cut out for it. If you slow down, you feel like you're going to disappear. So you keep performing, even when your body is begging you to stop. Here's the 5-step deprogramming. This is the work that you need to do. 1. Detox the input. Unfollow all those people who make you feel behind, even if they're nice. 2. Audit your borrowed definitions. Who the fuck told you what success looks like? Has it ever served you? 3. Pick some new metrics to track. Consistent income and regular nervous system. Time and freedom, plus creative joy. 4. Build a minimum viable business. The simplest structure that pays you without crushing you. 5. Practice being unimpressive on purpose. Stop proving. Let your business be quiet and still be real. Ask yourself this question. If nobody could see your business, what would you build? That answer is you, underneath all that programming. Coming up, we've got episode 5. It's all about what comes next after the reset. What your business can look like when it's built around truth and not performance. Plus, I'm going to share where this work is going and how you can join me and how I can help you.